Okay, so I want to preface this that I've said this countless times before. Don't ever just listen to someone 100%. Don't blindly agree with anyone 100%. Anyone on the right, anyone on the left. Don't just blindly agree, right? Do your own research, right? Don't just believe people 100%. Right? We have the power of Google, of AI, all that shit that would help us out. Just do your own research. I did minimal research, right? I did a little bit just to strengthen my opinions a little bit more. Okay, so I wanted to know that you get this a lot of talk about how illegal immigrants are not getting due process. And I've said this before, I believe that they are. It's just that you're not being told every process of this, right? You're not told about all the process of, deportation. You don't know. I mean, like, why would they tell you, oh, I gotta sign this paper, I did this form? You don't really know, right? So, but one thing that helps it out is that, why do you think it's happening quick? The illegal immigration reform and immigrant, excuse me, Responsibility Act, right? Signed by Bill Clinton, a Democrat. This, right? So this would significantly expanded the use of expedited removal, allowing for rapid deportation of certain undocumented immigrants without a hearing before an immigration judge. Okay. Now, this has been played around with this amendment, but essentially, it's just moving the process as quickly as possible. I mean, legal experts note that the Constitution's due process protection apply to all persons on U.S. soil, regardless of legal status. People always say that, right? But the 1996 law simply reduced the procedural protection available to those apprehended in those specific rapid removal scenarios. So the process is moving. I believe, in my personal opinion, again, I'm not behind the scene, none of us are. But there is due process. It's just quicker, right? Right? Things are moving quick. That is thanks to this law. And thanks to, during Trump's era, he even, he pretty much made the law even, a smoother process. So it is lawful, right? Because it's part of our, government, right? So as of January 2025, the use of expedited removal has been expanded to its full legal limit. This means it can now be applied to undocumented individuals apprehended anywhere in the U.S. who cannot prove they have lived in the country continuously for at least 2 years, right? So it expands. So it is legal, right? It is legal for what Trump is doing with the whole immigration thing. So, I'm just talking about, like, I constantly see people say, oh, there's no due process, there's no due process. Okay, prove it, right? Prove there's no due process. I literally prove you that there is. It's just that it's fast, right? Things are happening quick. All things that Trump are doing is legal, right? It is part of our legal system. So he's essentially doing nothing wrong when it comes to his deportations. I mean, like, this is the thing about problem. I find it very disingenuous, dishonest, and lack critical thinking when it comes from the left. They say a lot of things. I constantly see the left say a whole bunch of crap. They never prove it, right? Never concrete proof. So here's mine, right? Agree, disagree, counteract it. I would love to have a conversation.